What's up, you guys? Today's animated series review is about a group of anthropomorphic dinosaurs whom traveled 65 million years to protect civilians of the present from an evil group of raptors trying to change the global climate, and I'm talking about Extreme Dinosaurs. Extreme Dinosaurs, the animated series, aired in 1997, consisting of one season with a total of 52 episodes. The story begins in a time where prehistoric dinosaurs have roamed the Earth, but when a transdimensional portal opens, led by an alien race of quadranians named Argor Zordok, fascinated by his discovery, he takes a few dinosaurs to experiment on, wanting to give them intelligence for an army he wants to build. So by choosing a T-Rex, Triceratops, Stegosaurus, and Pterodactyl, they're given immense knowledge within the eons of life, so within seconds are built with muscular stature, speak English, and are equipped with accessories and given a unique style. However, that plan immediately goes to shit when they know Argor is using them for evil and basically turns their backs on him. So as easy as that was, Argor disposes of them and finds new test subjects, aka a few raptors whom are also huge in size with different appearances. So as these four dinosaurs are now among the rest of the world, the portal opens yet once again with a quadranian named Chedra, a law officer who's in search for Argor. But when her ship is blasted to the ground after a sneak attack, the dinosaurs head to the crash site and befriend her. As a battle immediately emerges between the good dinosaurs against the evil ones, the ground suddenly erupts, destroying their homeland, causing Argor to escape, and Chedra commanding her crew to evacuate this planet as she stays behind to help the dinosaurs. So in order to save them, she suggests they remain safe within these stasis pods or freeze chambers until a rescue party arrives. As they each enter, the raptors even find a place to remain safe, thus leading time to pass by. As the present day arrives, a couple of archaeologists discover the quadranian spaceship which unleashes the dinosaurs to be free. Now realizing that 65 million years has passed, the dinosaurs realize their families have been extinct, and with the help of Chedra, they learn the new rules of this world. To avoid being caught by the military and scientists, they find a nesting ground within this dinosaur museum where they now establish base. But when discovering that the other raptors are also in their world, it's up to them to put a stop to their agenda, which is to turn this new planet into a hot, warm atmosphere. By giving each their own names, they now go by the group name Saurians, aka the Extreme Dinosaurs. So within the Extreme Dinosaurs you have T-Bone, the Tyrannosaurus who is the courageous leader with the power of a Saurian stomp. Bullzeye, the comedic relief pterodactyl with the power of a loud scream. Stegz, a Stegosaurus who is considered to be tech-savvy with the power of spinning plates. And Spike, a Triceratops who's into martial arts and loves cooking, probably the more emotional one with an ego. Then you also have human/alien allies like Chedra, a female law officer of Quadrania who also lives by the codebook assigning rules to everything. Porcupine, the owner of the museum where the dinosaurs established base. Prince H, the Prince of England who assists the group with equipment and transportation. Then there's also a bunch of others whom are useless. Then you also have other dinosaur allies like Hard Rock, an Ankylosaurus whom is always nice, Ridge, a dinosaur from another dimension, the Skelosaurs, a group of fossil-like dinosaurs who can combine into a megasaur, and Ditto, their pet ostrich. As for the villains, aka the raptors, you have Bad Rap, the leader, and his two henchmen, Hax and Spitter. Then you also have other villains like the Cyberraptors, Dr. Scarswell, Queen Zarkanda, Peter Benning, among many other one-off villains that don't really mean much. Throughout the series, the raptors have one thing in mind, and I literally mean one thing: to change the Earth's climate, by raising temperatures causing global warming for their satisfaction. That's it. So all the Extreme Dinosaurs do in every episode is stopping their agendas. I wish I was kidding when I say as awesome of a concept this show was, once again competing with so many anthropomorphic characters from other brands, the show really doesn't offer anything with little to no imagination. Sure, there's a lot of action, but I kid you not, out of 52 episodes, I may have enjoyed probably about 4 of them. For example, some of the highlights of the show, aside from the first 2 episodes, is one where they travel to another dimension where the dinosaurs still exist except everyone is basically nice, with zero crime and nothing but peace. However, when the raptors try to overtake its zen-like atmosphere, corrupting its beautiful nature, the dinosaurs are aided by this new character named Hard Rock, who eventually joins their team for the remainder of the series because situations left him in a conflict where he can't really return home, thus making a sacrifice. And to add a little spice, Chedra even develops a little crush on him, which is a little weird. Then there's a 2-part episode where they're taken to a planet called Krat to partake in a death battle against a reigning champion named Ridge. As Queen Zarkanda seems pretty threatening, they eventually allow Ridge to see the truth of what's really happening, thus allowing him to also aid the dinosaurs in defeating the Queen's forces. Unfortunately, by the end of this episode, Ridge declines their offer to join the group and is never seen again. Aside from this, the whole show focuses on them going through different missions or battles adjusting to different climates, most importantly snow. But the real downfall of it all is the amount of fillers it has to offer. I mean, we're talking about episodes where they're so useless they contribute nothing to progress the story. So for example, you have Stegz becoming a wrestler, fighting Godzilla knockoffs or giant plants, shrinking, celebrating Halloween or Christmas, and chilling at the beach to name a few. But really, there's so many fillers, but if you don't believe me, here's T-Bone in a tuxedo to give you an idea. Aside from that, the dinosaurs are mostly spending their time at the museum headquarters where all Bullzeye does is watch TV and surf the internet. It's such a common theme that they basically become obsessed with it. As a matter of fact, all the dinosaurs really do is watch TV in just about every episode. And speaking of obsession, like all TV shows in this nature, the characters have their certain desired favorite foods to eat. So what do the extreme dinosaurs like? Yup, it's salsa. A good bunch of episodes shows their fascination with different forms of salsa because it brings them heat. And if you think watching TV was way too much, try watching Spike cook salsa all the time. And let's not forget, they have their own vehicles which were made from old cars which somehow levitate, and catchphrases like let's carnivate them or let's fossilize them when making an entrance. Chedra, who's like their most resourceful ally, even gets on their nerves, as everything she says must be abided by the codebook. The Saurians even had enough that at some point they just ignore her, stating her to kiss their dino ass and do whatever they want. There is one episode, however, where they discover that Chedra had the ability to go back to her home planet whenever she wanted to, as she's in constant communication, but purposely stayed back to help the dinosaurs. As for the raptors, they basically set up their base inside a volcano equipped with a lot of equipment somehow, as Bad Rap basically gets his ass handed to him every episode like any other cliche villain, or probably worse, and takes his anger out on the rest because they suck. I don't think there's one episode where he actually has the upper hand. In fact, he even gives up and goes to his own means of living by making his own movie or having Spitter become an artist, because they're just trying to survive. Then there's also Hax, who even gets fed up with Bad Rap's disgrace that even he gives him lip before being chased around like a child. If the raptors aren't in the episodes, then it focuses on different human villains or scientists who have their own agendas. Most importantly, one known as Dr. Scarwell, yet she too doesn't become that satisfied and fails a lot. The best thing, however, is their semi-canon tie-in to the Street Sharks animated series, where although their origin story was a bit different with altered colors, different voice actors, and named like Dino-Vengers instead of the Extreme Dinosaurs, it wasn't until later after their debut in that show that they were given their own series with a little more fleshed out storyline. Sad to say, the Street Sharks never made a cameo in this show, but I wish they did. Overall, this show put me to sleep more than I can count. I wish I can say this show has some type of redeeming quality because the extreme dinosaurs look pretty awesome, and how can you not enjoy ass-kicking badass muscular dinosaurs? But the humans who even aid them are meaningless, the bad guys barely have an agenda, and the good guys don't accomplish much, but at least the theme song is catchy. Nonetheless, the action is at least tolerable, voice acting is good, but the series has no proper ending and doesn't conclude anything and leaves a lot of questions to be answered. Like, do the raptors ever succeed? Who knows, and honestly, I don't even care to find out. Therefore, The Extreme Dinosaurs, the animated series, gets a C-. Thanks for watching, give a like and subscribe for more animated series reviews, and stay tuned for the next episode.